Hello, hello, and welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am psyched to be back with a new crossword. We have a hard crossword loaded today, but they're never too hard for us when we're all working together. My name is Jack. I will guide us through the puzzle. But these are always more fun the more collaborative they are. So if you see a clue and think you know the answer, pop it into chat, and I'll try to collect everybody's input and really make this a group-solving effort. Okay, we're trying something different today also. I see Amy and Tess on Twitch saying, hey. I tried to make it so that everyone could see everyone else's comments since the audience is all watching on different platforms. Can you see this, Amy and Tess? Can you see each other's comments on the screen in front of you? Do you see? The screen should be broken into 3 panels. All right, we're trying something a little experimental. Dennis is here saying hi, and I guess that'll be the first test. If you can see a YouTube comment, I thought maybe this would be a little more interactive. You know, everyone can meet each other, and we'll see how this goes. So we have, all right, D-Bone says I can see him. It's slow to come up, though, says Amy. Okay, interesting. Tina, hi to you. All right, we'll experiment with this for today. Maybe at the middle or end of stream, I'll ask if people want more of this or less of this. While we're still waiting to get back on TikTok, we're just trying to, make the experience as good as possible. But why don't we dive into the puzzle? One across is already, pretty vague, not so easy to see, but it's always a good idea to check the title. Title is Department E6. So I don't actually know what Department E6 refers to. Is Department E6 a thing that you guys know? Well, maybe we will understand it in due course. Let's do one down since nobody knows. I mean, people know where seeds come from, but it's just there's so many different possibilities. We got to narrow it down. YMCA course at one down. YMCA course, 3 letters. What do we think? YMCA course, 3 letters. Tina says gym. Yeah, it's an interesting guess. Maybe a gym as a course is a little strange, but it could be it. Let's do 2 down. Add up 2. Yeah, kind of a slow start because this first corner is, there's no obvious toehold, you know what I mean? Tess says some. I like that. Add up to some. That seems right. Although I'm going to claim that Jim and some cannot both be correct. Because, yeah, AJ's here on YouTube. Hey, AJ. These crosses just look ridiculous already. So we definitely have an error. But maybe we just keep chugging along on the downs and see if anything emerges. Volleyball official. Yeah, Tina says Jim seems wrong. It didn't feel like a lock to me. YMCA course, Jim, I don't know. Amy says ref for volleyball official. I like that answer. A ref. Of the 3 we have, I think this is the one I feel best about. Ooh, except for this one, which I actually feel like I know what the 4 down must be. Pale drinks. Pale in quotes, meaning it's actually in the name of the drink. Yeah, Amy and Tina quick as ever, saying ales. AJ says, howdy ho, happy Sunday, everyone. And finally, AJ can see, AJ, meet Amy and Tina. Tina, Amy, meet AJ. I guess you guys know each other from TikTok, but now we're talking cross-platform here. Ales, yeah, pale ales. That seems right. We have all sorts of problems going in these crosses. Look at this. Everything looks wrong. This is total gibberish in the crosses. It means merchandise. Yay, and DevVox is on Facebook. Welcome, DevVox. It means merchandise. If you're just joining DevVox and wondering how we botched this grid so badly, don't worry. We are aware that there are likely errors in the 1-2 down complex. We're just doing some downs to sort it out. Stefano says ESL or CPR. Oh, for 1 down. I see. A YMCA course. So maybe you take an ESL course at a YMCA or CPR. Yeah, those aren't bad guesses. Which one do we do? And Deadbox says swag. It means merchandise. Interesting. Swag. That SG isn't looking great, though. It's not looking great. Oof. Tough first section, huh? Top squads. Top squads. What do we got? Top squads, and then you can look at 7 as well. Nosy one. It's tough. It's tough. What is one across? Yeah, good question. Source of some seeds. That's kind of why we moved on from it, because there's so many sources of so many seeds. We have not looked at 15 across, though, yet, so maybe that's a play. Archbishop, for example. Obviously, UL something. Archbishop, for example. There's a struggle. Maybe it'll be easier if we take out the ones that we're less confident about. I think we've lost our taste for Jim, right? So I'm just going to remove that. We were thinking maybe ESL, maybe CPR. Frankly, neither of those looks great with some. Add up to. Maybe we could do better there too. Not sure. Oh, rocky start, guys. Rocky start. Nosy one. Nosy one. We got no guesses for 7 down or 6 down. Top squads. Snoop. Interesting. Yeah, Tina says Snoop. I like that. That fits the clue, fits the length. We could check this P. Getting a little desperate here. Gym surface. Oh, no. I can't think of any gym surface that has a P in the middle. Wow, this is really tough. Do we check 17 across? I never check the long acrosses without having a good number of downs in place. Stefano, oh, okay. So D-Bone likes Snoop as well, as does Amy, but Stefano was saying something. Caraway seeds, wow. Source of some seeds, caraway. I mean, the RA, it does work with the RA, which are my favorite 2 downs that we have. Do we like caraway? Jessica, good morning to you. And Lucy's here as well. Glad you guys joined us. Okay, why don't we try this? Let me try Stefano's recommendation. Caraway seeds? Although then we have to replace Snoop. Nothing is looking great here. And then Tina said Matt, and Deborah agrees. Matt is all I can think of. Gym surface. Matt? Does any of this make sense? Amy's like, try it. Yeah. Ooh, D-Bone writes Yenta. Yenta. And Tina said Yenta. That is actually a word for a nosy person. It's a Yiddish word. Okay, now I finally actually feel good about something, that maybe we have something right here. Amy likes Yenta. AJ says caraway is very smart. Yeah, I agree. Stefano really put us on the right track here. Lucy likes it as well. All right. If we can get a few more downs making sense. Oh, and actually, who was it who suggested CPR? Because now with caraway, CPR works. YMCA course? That's believable that you take a CPR class at a YMCA. Amy's like, caraway was a great help. We're getting somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, so far, Stefano is the MVP of this. Debo says caraway was a savior. I know, we were treading water there, and just barely. Archbishop, for example. And I think I saw a good suggestion. Yeah, Jessica saying A teams for top squads. Ah, everything's finally working. Jess says, thank God for Stefano. I love it. It means merchandise. It means merchandise. So now we have 4 letters starting with a W. What do we think? Yeah, AJ also given Jessica props for A teams. Amy and D-Bone, right on time. Wear, it means merchandise. Wear. Yeah, if you like hawk your wares, that's your merchandise. Devvox says that as well. Cool. Okay. And here we have Archbishop, for example. I finally see this. Not an easy word. And what was this? Add up to. Add up to. Yeah, Amy Gal says R. That's a tough clue. Some was a totally reasonable guess for this, but I think add up to, it's like your total expenses are, when you're really meaning your total expenses have added up to. So it actually is kind of a synonym. And then a prelate, as D-Bone points out, I think it's just a high-ranking figure in a church. Oof. All right, I finally feel good about what we have and ready to look at 17 across, where a word is emerging. Job applicants submission. Okay. Hey, Miguel's like, whew. Yeah, that was a close one. We almost never got out of this corner. Job applicants submission. We got a grid spanning entry, likely a theme answer. Yeah, Tina says references. It does look like that, doesn't it? We could check the C. Tesserites reference letter. That's nice. Job applicant submission. You definitely submit a reference letter, and it fits. I like that. AJ says reference sheets. Could be reference sheets. Reference letter feels more like a lock to me. Yeah, Jessica also likes reference something. Let's check this down. Abridged. Tina thinks letter is good. Man, I hope this section isn't as hard as this one. That was dicey. Cut. Yeah, Amy and Tess saying cut. It's a simple way to say abridged. What's this? Seat something? 19 across. Endangered reptile. Endangered reptile. Okay. So it's not seat something like I thought. Yeah, you guys are doing well. Everyone coming in with cut. Nice. And Amy, Tess, and Tina all saying sea turtle. Lovely entry. Gotta love a sea turtle. Lucy even comes in with the emoji, which I always appreciate. Okay, hopefully this will help with these downs over here. Bakery worker. We got bakery worker next to brewer's ingredient. And remember, we're not 100% on the L. I feel pretty 100% on the E with reference checking out. But it could be AJ was suggesting reference sheets. Maybe it's something else. Although I like the guesses I'm seeing. Yeah, okay. Jessica and Amy saying that if you work at a bakery, you ice things. You're an icer. Yeah, Deborah says that as well. And then Lucy writing malt for brewer's ingredient. Yeah, malt definitely goes in beer. So this is looking promising. And that's the first sign that letter is likely correct. Do we keep going with the downs? Early match. Early match. Still not the easiest clues. We could go with the little 3-letter ones. Maybe let's do that. Check out 14 down. Have a lapse. 3 letters ending in an R means have a lapse. Tess says, what was the title? Yeah, good call. Department E6 is the title, which, by the way, I don't even know what Department E6 refers to. So if anyone does, I'm curious. I'm assuming it's a real thing. I think I see the theme already. I think I know what's going on. Just with one themer. Meanwhile, D-Bone and AJ and Lucy and Deborah and Jessica all saying air. Have a lapse is to air. Yeah, that looks great. Ooh, and Stefano with another really good one. Prelim. Yeah, early match, like preliminaries. Yeah, Jessica, I agree with you. I think that's the key. Reference letter has 6 E's in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I think we're getting long entries that have 6 E's in them. That's a lot. Reference letter. Yeah, very smart, Jessica. Nice. Nicely done. Oh, did Amy Gal also guess prelim? Apologies if I missed that. Yeah, scrolling back, I see it. Yeah, Amy got prelim as well. Nice. Cool. All right. It's a very E-heavy grid we're looking forward to here. See a couple of other very long answers up ahead. Unmitigated at 11 down. Tina, Lucy, and Amy all saying utter. Yeah, didn't we have this exact same clue answer pair yesterday? I'm having such deja vu. Like we had unmitigated was the clue for the word utter. Yeah, Amy feels the same way. Humanities course for short. So how is it, by the way? You guys can all see the group chat. Is this a value add, or is this a waste of screen space, or what do we think of this setup? Tess and Tina both writing lit. Humanities course for short. Yeah, literature. Very good. Tess says I like seeing everyone. Amy says it's nice to see all the chats. Deborah says it's weird. Oh, D-Bone says big delay. So people write the chat, I respond to it, and only then do you see it? Is that the problem? Oh, big delay for YouTube. Yeah, YouTube seems to be persistently delayed. Oh, Deborah says puzzle is small, harder to see. Tough. Yeah, delay isn't great, says Amy. Bummer. Part of me thinks the delay might always be there, and it's just more obvious now that you can see the chat. Instinctual urge. Not to say that that's good. Delays are always a drag. Jessica says impulse. An instinctual urge is an impulse, and Jessica also came in with a 1-2 punch, a Rolex competitor, Cartier. Nice. Might as well look at 13 down. Visit is to see. Good. Good. Well, let's check 20 across. Moving on. Tess says I'm on the computer, so I can't speak to the size. Fair enough. Crying sound. Yeah, Dennis got impulse as well. Nice. Yeah, Stefano says YouTube always delays. I don't know why. And I even recently changed a setting to lower the YouTube delay as much as possible. But for some reason, it has the longest delay of all the places we stream. Yeah, Amy pointing out this corner was easier. I agree. It probably helped that we had letter in place. So we sort of had one letter for every down already. Lucy asks, which platform is the fastest? I believe that TikTok is the fastest, maybe followed closely by Twitch. Just from my perspective, that's what it seems like. Tina, Amy, and Lucy all saying, wah. Yeah, AJ is a usual TikTok viewer and says TikTok was pretty fast. Hopefully we'll be back on TikTok in just a couple days. Crying sound, wah. London Labs. Yeah, Amy says TikTok and Twitch both seem pretty fast. It's surprising that YouTube is so slow. I don't know why they do that. London Lab. So lab is a lavatory. So it's short for bathroom. And yeah, Amy, Tina, and Tess all saying WCs stands for, and Lucy all saying WCs. And Tina writes it's for water closets. Yeah. And they say London because we don't really call them water closets in the US. Ooh, people from Brno. Brno? Ooh, I have to confess my ignorance here. I don't know. Is this a city? Anyone know this place? Trouble with solving crosswords live on the internet is that you have to confess your ignorance sometimes. Amy Gal's shrugging too, which makes me feel better. It's not just me who doesn't know. Brno. I'll linger on it just for another second to see if anyone from any other stream. Tess says geography is not my thing. Yeah, kind of not me either. Yeah, Tina says Borneo. I don't know. Is this missing letters or is this an actual? Deborah's like, oh, nope. All right, then we move on. If no one knows it. Oh, Vedart says I couldn't watch it on TikTok because it's banned in our country. Oh no. Well, luckily there are other places to watch. Ah, Jessica and Stefano both saying check. Czechs. So Brno is a city in the Czech Republic. Is that what I'm understanding? Nice work, Jessica and Stefano. Let's check this Z. Let's check this Z, if you will. From the halls of Montezuma. Ah, okay. This might actually work. Yeah, Amy Gal giving big ups on getting checks. Good work, Jessica and Stefano. Stefano always comes in with like precision exactly when we need him. Tina says learning stuff all day. Yeah, I love that. Something I love about crosswords. You learn things every puzzle. I feel like I have an instinct for this one from the halls of Montezuma. AZ is such a rare beginning letter duo that really narrows what this could be. We could look at 34 across as well. Fixed look. Fixed look. Yeah. Amy Gal says can only think of Aztec, which is what I was thinking too. But I think we can elongate Aztec to fit the space. Okay. Amy, Tina, and Lucy all saying stare for fixed look. Yeah, I like stare. And Maverick is here. Also saying stare. And Deborah says stare. By the way, stare is reminding me of the puzzle from a few days ago where we had look around. The entire border of the grid was synonyms of the word look. I'm pretty sure stare was one of them, and see was one of them. I noticed it there too. I can't stop thinking about that puzzle. Okay. Part of HMS. Anyone know what HMS stands for? Yeah, Tina guessing Aztecer. I feel like, okay, I don't want to give this away, but I feel like I know how to elongate this. But you guys are solving. So we'll get there. In the meantime, we have Tina and Amy writing her, which I like for 30 down. HMS stands for Her Majesty's Ship. I think it's kind of like the equivalent of USS as the beginning letters on a ship for other countries. Okay, Jessica finally said what I was thinking. I'm not 100% sure this is right, but I thought Aztecan was a thing. So this is what my instinct was when I saw the AZ and saw From the Halls of Montezuma. Aztecan was what I was thinking. Maybe it's wrong, but now Jessica agrees, so I'm feeling better about it. Reputation for short. Yeah, Deborah writes cred. Yeah, like your street cred. Oh, and by the way, check out 38 across. We already have 2 of our 6 expected E's in place. Should we look at it? Juniper for 1. Juniper for 1. We're expecting 4 more E's in this entry, which is a lot. Lucy giving Jessica a round of applause for Aztecan. Love the support. Okay, so we're expecting 6 E's in this entry. Just because it's long, it's central, it's probably a themer, and we already have 2 of them. Juniper for 1. What is Juniper an example of? If we're unsure, we'll look at 22 down. Oh, yeah, D-Bone, nice. I like D-Bone's answer. Evergreen tree. Oh, and it fits. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to count every time. I want to make sure we're getting those 6 E's as promised. Very nice. Yeah, Juniper evergreen tree. It's a lot of E's. Yeah, Deborah close behind got evergreen tree as well. Awesome. Lucy giving me the evergreen emoji and calling D-Bone so smart. And Miguel says could only think of juniper berries. Yeah, I'm guessing juniper berries grow on the evergreen trees, the juniper evergreens. Unceremonious ouster. At 22 down. Tina very quick on this one. Heave ho. Heave ho. Wow. Yeah, I guess heave ho does mean to oust. I think of heave ho more as what people say when they're like doing heavy lifting, though, right? D-Bone taking his due pats on the back. Passed with flying colors. Okay. Amy and Tess, ever quick. And Tina, you guys are acing this crossword. 45, a Scroogian outburst. Scroogian outburst. Wow. Scroogian outburst, and I'll look at the down as well. The Bachelor error. Okay. Any Bachelor fans? I don't watch it. I feel like there's so many popular reality TV shows that I'm so out of the loop on. Yeah, Dennis says give him the heave ho. Right. That's how you would use it to you give him the heave ho, oust him, get rid of him. Exactly. Tina says bah humbug. Yeah, Lucy writes bah. That is a Scroogian outburst indeed. Amy noting it goes with wah. Yeah, we have wah and bah. And what else do we have? Yeah, a bunch of our Twitch viewers writing ABC is where where to find the Bachelor. What is CN though? Okay, large bill. It's actually plausible. Any? Let's see. Yeah, Tina and Amy both writing C note. Tess is asking, what's a C note? C note is $100 bill. It's slang for $100 bill. Maverick got C note as well. Nice. As did Deborah. Tina's saying $100 billion. No, I think a C note is just $100 bill. And I guess C because of C in Roman numerals is 100. C for century. Maybe there's a better explanation for why it's a C note. Yeah, Amy Gal backing me up, and Jessica, that it's century, Roman numerals. That's why C is associated with 100. And Arkadium's learning new things. Love to see that. Okay, center of the puzzle, here we come. University figure at 39 down. We also got pivotal point. And I'm going to look at a third one. Female lobster. Okay. Pivotal point, university figure abbreviated, and female lobster. Yeah, Deborah and Lucy get writing a GPA for a university figure. That looks great. D-Bone got that as well. Pivotal point. Not sure what this one is. A little mysterious. Maybe the cross will help. Rock music genre. Oh, crux, says Amy. Wow. Pivotal point, the crux. Nice eye. I like that. Yeah, Deborah got that as well. Well done. And punk, Lucy is telling me, Lucy and Tess are telling me punk is the music genre. Cool. All right, what's the female lobster then? Jessica says, wow, crux is good. Yeah, I was impressed by that pull as well. I want to check the X pretty soon because there are not that many blank AX words. Yeah, Amy and Tina are like, it must be hen. Is this really hen? I feel like this entry is classic Stan Newman's hard crossword. We solve a lot of these Stan Newman hards on this channel, and this is classic because it takes a word that we all have very strong associations with. The word hen, you think of chickens. It's like, nope, we're going to clue it via lobster, of course. The least common association with the word hen. So it makes them hard. We didn't come here for an easy puzzle, guys. And everyone who's submitting hen is with a question mark. No one's like, yeah, it's hen. It's always hen? Hen? Maybe it's hen. Meditate on. Meditate on. Yeah, nice. I like Jessica's answer of chew. Let me chew on it. Let me meditate on it. All right, we're about to finish the middle of the grid. Unassuming, right next door to have or hold. Have or hold. Yeah, Tina says, let me chew on that. Exactly. D-Bone and Lucy writing chew. Cool. And Amy and Tess write meek, and Amy and Tina write own. Have or hold. To have or to hold. What was this one? May honoree is your mom because Mother's Day is in May. All right, nice. Dennis also got own. All right, pretty smooth sailing. And Maverick did as well. Person from Basra. This kind of reminds me of this clue. People from Brno. Person from Basra. I feel more confident about this one, though. I think I know where Basra is. Oh, Amy Gal says Mother's Day is March in Ireland. Yeah, apologies. These crosswords are very American-centric. It's impressive how well you do on them, considering that they're so culturally American. Okay, we got a bunch of guesses coming in. This chat is split on person from Basra. And I think people are realizing that Irani and Iraqi show up a lot in crosswords. But which one is it actually? Oh, Maverick says Irish. Maybe we should get Amy to weigh in on whether Basra is in Ireland. But I am pretty sure, even though Irani is a more common crossword entry because N's are more common than Q's, I'm pretty sure Basra is in Iraq. So we're going with that. Amy's like, definitely not Irish. Yeah. We can check the Q right away just to make sure it checks out. Regal in a way. Interesting. Regal in a way. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. Amy, Tina, and Tess, my Twitch trio, writing queenly. Uncommon word, kind of a fun one. D-Bone and Lucy and Jessica all writing queenly. Deborah wrote queenish, which would have been good, except I think it's one letter too long. Yeah, queenly, regal in a way. I like that. Yeah, quick correction from Deborah. Nice. A things. Huh. Strange clue. A things. And that is crossing defer with off. Meaning like if you take the answer, add the word off, the phrase is going to mean defer. Yeah, Tina and Amy writing it's for a things. Possessive, I guess. Belongs to something. It's. Deborah got that as well. And D-Bone and Jessica writing put. Yeah, put off is to defer. To put off. Very nice. Let's check 25 down. Placate. Okay. Yeah, after that brutal opening section, we've been doing pretty well, I think. With some trouble with checks and Aztecan, but we made it through. That opening section was like, it looked like random letters in the grid. Yeah, Deborah writes appease. I like that. D-Bone and Lucy as well. Appease is to placate. Definitely. And what do we have here? Dennis got that as well. Nice work. Takes after. Takes after. Appease. Okay. Wow, Jessica giving me the P emojis. PEA. Yeah, Amy says, thought we were in for a much harder time when we started today. I know, me too. It has been pretty smooth since then. Lucy and Jessica saying apes for takes after. Yeah, not the easiest clue, frankly. But it does work. Like, to ape is to mimic. Bow shapes? Or bow shapes, I suppose it could be. I can only think of one plural shape that can even fit in this section. But it seems like Tina, Amy, and Tess are all thinking of the same one. Arcs. I guess arcs like a rainbow, that kind of bow. Lucy says arch. My problem with arch is that bow shapes is plural, and usually there's agreement between the clue and answer in terms of plurality. So yeah, Lucy did a quick correction to arcs. I like arcs better. Let's go with it. Hardly enough. Yeah, Dennis and Deborah like arcs as well. Hardly enough. Crossing. Homeland Security Agency. Jessica says, Arkadium, I love crossword time. That's what I love to hear. I love solving crosswords with y'all. Lucy and D-Bone writing scant for hardly enough. Yeah, that looks good. And it fits nicely with Amy's suggestion of TSA for the Homeland Security Agency. What do we have here? Yeah, Dennis got that as well. Rope loop. Interesting. Rope loop. I feel like I see what it must be. I guess I understand what they're going for here. We can look at the up and down as well. Casual top. Love when things make sense. Yeah, Deborah writes I for rope loop. I think maybe when you make a lasso, the loop can be called an eye. That's my guess for what this means. Yeah, and Amy's like, we're all here with the question marks. Exactly, it's hen all over again. But I think an eye can be like a lasso rope. By the way, this was also in our look around puzzle. I and C were both in the puzzle, as was Stare, I believe. Flashbacks. And D-Burn writes that a casual top is a tee. Yeah, t-shirt. Looks good. Grapple in the backwoods. Jessica always finds just the right emoji. Tess is like, we will never top look around. Yeah, that was wild. Grapple in the backwoods. Lucy says, I see lots of E's. Spelling I. Yeah. Appease. Many E's. All right, I'm going to hassle and tassel for grapple in the backwoods. Hassle and tassel. There's two different guesses. What do we like more? Tina's like, I don't know. Anyone want to come in and settle this? Stefana, this is when we need you. Oh, Amy says I like tussle. Yeah, which actually makes more sense with grapple. But TSU is not a Homeland Security Agency, so it's not going to be tussle. Okay, D-Bone comes in with a totally different answer of wrestle, which I actually like more. There's a thing, like it's I think it's slang for wrestling, but it's in the backwoods. You say, we're gonna wrestle. I think D-Bone's right. We can check the R. Rebelled. Maybe this is too hard to see right away. Tina's very pleased with wrestle. Rebelled. Test writes rioted. Yeah, nice eye. Rioted. That could definitely work. Amy says wrestle like wrestle is great. Lucy likes it as well. Cool. As does Stefano. Okay. You know me, I'm always tempted to look at, once we crack the theme, I kind of like to look at the long ones with no letters in place just to see if we can pull it out of thin air. Should we try? Should we look at 58 across? Because all we know about this is it needs to have 6 E's in it. Quaint cry of surprise with 6 E's. What do we think? It might be too hard. Quaint cry of surprise. Tess is like, I got nothing. Yeah, maybe I set our sights too high. Amy Gall's like, nope. I mean, we'll get it eventually, you know, with the downs. Everyone, Jalusi's giving me the shrug. Deborah says too soon. All right, a bit off more than we could chew here. It would have been cool. Sometimes this pays off. I'm gonna linger for 2 more seconds. Oh, Stefano writes, quaint cry of surprise. Jeepers Creepers does have a lot of E's in it. Jeepers. It doesn't work with rioted, but it fits. Wow. Holy. Do we think Stefano was our savior yet again? Jeepers Creepers? Quaint cry of surprise. It fits the clue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do we think? Tina's like, wow. I actually think you just pulled that out. That was wild. I really hope that's right. It's also an awesome phrase. Amy's like, if it's Jeepers Creepers, that's amazing. D-Bone's like, wow. All right, we're checking the J first. Piece of work. Piece of work. Lucy likes Jeepers Creepers. Wow. Jessica's like, holy cow, cow emoji. Lucy giving the applause. Tess is like, Stefano is not human. Yeah, Maverick, nice. Maverick and Lucy writing job. That could be piece of work. Kind of a strange clue. Piece of work is a job. It's plausible. It doesn't feel like, oh, it's a lock, so Jeepers Creepers has to be right. I kind of want a couple more downs here. Federal Conservation Org. Looking very plausible. Deborah says job works. Okay. Yeah, piece of work. Federal Conservation Org. SP is here saying hi, Jack. Hello to you. Welcome. Yeah, Tina and Jessica writing EPA. I think Jeepers Creepers is correct. That's awesome. Well done, Stefano. First you save us in corner 1. 1 across you saved us, and now pulling out the final themer from nowhere. Timetable stat. Yeah, Dennis got EPA as well. Nice work. Timetable stat. And we can also look at, yeah, ETA. Jessica, Amy, and Tina all saying ETA for timetable stat. Estimated time of arrival. That looks right. D-Bone and Deborah agree. All right, cool. Let's do 1 more down, and then we'll check the crosses here. Short putt. Deborah says no. Why no? Short putt. Who's a golfer? Amy says tap in. That seems pretty reasonable. I don't really know my golf slang, but this seems like, okay, if the ball is really close to the hole, you just have to tap it in. Okay, Lucy, Jessica, Tina, all agreeing. D-Bone says tip in. Okay, well now I don't know what to do. But more people have said tap in, so let's go with that. This double A here looks kind of concerning. Let's check 64 first. Of vision. Of vision. Okay. Jessica giving me the golf emoji. Yeah, Amy and Tina both writing, and Tess all writing optical. Jessica and Lucy agree. Optical. Yeah. Okay, what's this BAA? This is BAA. Ignominy, so to speak. Oof. Not a word I use every day. Ignominy. Yeah, Deborah and Maverick also got optical. Tina giving me the glasses. Dennis wrote optimal. Pretty close, but I think optical is more about vision. Ignominy. So I think ignominy means like public shame or something. Is that a decent definition? Public shame? What's going on here? We might need a correction somewhere. Yeah, I think Debone Cha 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 is onto something. Right. I like what you're saying. I am picking up what you're putting down. Timetable stat is estimated time of departure. ETA is arrival, but you can also have an estimated time of departure on a timetable. Lucy, given the much deserved applause. And bad name. Nice. Ignominy, I guess, is a bad name. Amy Gal likes it. Stefano likes it. Sweet. Well done. Well done. We never checked this blank AX, even though I said I would. Jazz instrument. Ah, okay, that does work. And what's this? Roman orator. Let's get a 1-2 right here. D-Bone taking his propers, taking his kudos. Tina and Amy and Lucy all say sax. Lucy with the saxophone emojis. And Seneca. Yeah, Seneca. Oh, Seneca is a Stoic philosopher. Barbara says, I can't see the board. Please change it back. Oh, no, really? You can't see the crossword on Facebook? So I can't change it midstream, but I can change it for tomorrow. Amy Gal says, now I'm singing Bon Jovi. Where's the Bon Jovi connection? I want to... Oh, bad name. You give love a bad name. Nice. That's great. Epcot shuttle. Epcot shuttle. What do we think? Yeah, a tram. Jessica, a lot of people writing tram. Looks good. Minestrone alternative. Minestrone is a soup. Lucy manages to find the most obscure emojis. Apparently there's a tram emoji. Minestrone alternative. All right, we are getting there. Deborah says, what was the sweet music word we learned the other day with a C-O? Trying to think. I'm not sure if I remember that. Amy, Tina, and Jessica and Lucy all write antipasto, which I like for minestrone alternative. I guess they're both Italian kind of appetizers. Oh, dulce, Tina writes. Cartographic spot was an aisle. Okay. Checks out. Supermarket ID at 50 down. Well, look at all these downs. Mockery. And here we have rebelled. Oh, by the way, we thought rioted was rebelled, but it didn't work with Jeepers Creepers. So rebelled is something else. Jessica says soup or salad. Am I wrong? Is minestrone is a soup? What's going on? Oh, Barbara says, okay, I can see a little better when I turn the phone sideways. Yes, because we changed to landscape mode. So for TikTok, we usually would go vertical, but on YouTube and Facebook, I think on all the other platforms, you can watch horizontally, and it should be a better view that way. Rose up. I like that. Yeah, rebelled. Rose up. Maverick writes rise up, but since the clue is past tense, we would expect the answer to be past tense as well. And I think people were giving me this one earlier. I missed it. Yeah, Deborah was saying UPC for supermarket ID. I think that's Universal Product Code. I think it's basically a barcode. UPC. Yeah, Amy says exactly. That's exactly what it is. Universal Product Code. Sci-fi staple. Nice. Amy and Tess writing UFO. Always fun. Deborah says, when I change to landscape, I can't comment on iPad. Of course, Lucy finds a UFO emoji. As does Jessica. Mockery. Amy says we call it an EAN, European article number. Interesting. Amy and Lucy writing farce for mockery. Nice. Farce. All right, I think just like that, we're in our last section of this puzzle. Jeepers Creepers checked out beautifully. Let's give Stefano another pat on the back for that one. Not only did he pull it out there was one letter in place when he got that, and it was the wrong letter. Like, I think this was a T for rioted, and somehow he pulled out Jeepers Creepers. Ben's girlfriend in Meet the Parents. People actually giving Stefano his due applause. And Miguel guessing Tess. We do have a Tess in chat with us, but I actually don't think that's right. So Ben, we're talking Ben Stiller, was the star of Meet the Parents. And so I think his girlfriend, I think we're talking the actress's name. Anyone know the actress that played? Yeah, everyone guessing Tess. I'm pretty sure it's not Tess. We'll get some crosses. Lucy saying Jeepers Creepers was so good. Well done, Stefano. Gem from Australia. Nice. Twitch was very quick on that one. Opal. Jessica says Stefano is the VIP today. Yes, I agree. Yeah, apparently Opal is predominantly mined in Australia. I learned that from crosswords. Prefix for friendly. All right, we're almost there. Stick with us for the confetti. I'm excited. Prefix for friendly. And then maybe I'll check the crosses. Although not seeing any confident guesses for this. 3 letters starting with an E, a prefix. Yeah, I like what Deborah's saying. Eco-friendly. Like an eco-friendly product. It's not bad for the environment. I think that's very good instinct. Let's check the long across. Island near Venezuela. What do we got? Someone's, who was saying I'm not a geography person? This was a lot harder though, Brno. And some people still got that. Yeah. Amy and Tess agreeing on this one. I think it is Curacao. Caribbean island. Yeah, Jessica even typing it with the proper little notch on the C. I can't remember what that's called. D-Bone got it. Deborah got it. Lucy got it. Nice. Curacao is a Caribbean island near Venezuela. Definitely. And I think Stefano, this works with Stefano's guess of Terry. Terry Polo is the name of the actress in Meet the Parents. I also learned that from crosswords very recently. I think it came up on stream. It was like actress Polo of Meet the Parents, and the answer was Terry. So I remembered it for this. Nice. Dennis also got Curacao. All right, only 2 more cells left. Dust remover right next to 9-symbol message. And that is all going to reveal literary postscripts. Okay, I think we're getting this one. I think we're in the home stretch here. Yeah, D-Bone writes epilogues, which are going to be the literary postscripts. The G works with dust remover, rag, and the S, 9-symbol message. This must be referring to Morse code, where SOS is ... .. That's 9 symbols total. So I think it is going to be SOS. I'm going to put the S in. Can I get a drum roll? Amy Gal says, is it not epilogues with a UE? I think they're both valid spellings. Tess and Tina and Amy giving me a drum roll. Love to see it. Will we get confetti? Here we go. Nice. Very good. Very fun. Wow. And you know what else I noticed about this theme? It's not just that there are 6 E's in every theme answer, but those are the only vowels in the theme answer. There's no I snuck in there or A. These are comprised entirely of E's, and there's exactly 6 in every one of them. And they're all totally legit real phrases. Jeepers Creepers is my favorite, partly because it's such a fun phrase, and because Stefano pulled it out of thin air. So that was great. Very good time. Thank you for joining us. So by the way, before you leave us, what do we think about this? Dennis says, I like this new format. I know people on Facebook were struggling. I want it because I don't expect we'll be back on TikTok tomorrow. So do we like seeing the chat? Do we like the landscape? Or do we want to switch back to the old look? Just, I will do what chat seems to prefer. Amy Gal says, I like this with all the chat. Tess agrees. I like seeing all the comments. All right, so maybe we'll stick with this for tomorrow, and hopefully it's not too cumbersome for the folks on Facebook. But either way, yeah, I like the landscape view, says Tina. Okay, so we'll try this again. I'll be back tomorrow with a new puzzle, and I really hope you join me. And in the meantime, please check out Arkadium.com. They put out tons of fun crosswords like this one and lots of other great games as well. Thank you so much. I had a really good time today. Bye, everyone.